In this video, we're going to be talking about the 8-8 portal, the energies that are coming in. And this is the second time that I'm actually recording this. There are a lot of energies that are wanting to block our understanding of what's coming in. I'm not the only one experiencing this. Many practitioners, many practitioners are also experiencing this, and quite honestly, everybody will experience some sort of negative energies coming towards them when they start to speak their truths. So let's unpack that. Hi and welcome to Oaklaw Door. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claratio. For those that are returning subscribers, thank you very much. You're welcome, welcome everyone. And so let's just talk about the negative energies that are out there, those polarities, because there is a lot of good going on in the world, even though it currently looks like a karma carnage, and Thursday's upcoming video is going to be talking about that. But whilst the exterior representation of what's happening in the world is being portrayed very negatively, what's not being portrayed is the why, the absolute sheer beauty and positivity of that negative representation. That doesn't negate that some people are going through really hard times. That doesn't negate that there are natural disasters occurring in the world and the pain and destruction they cause. Absolutely. And we send love. We hold space for those experiencing that at the moment. But this is all necessary clearance so that the new can be reborn. If we think about birth in its physicality, there is pain, there is mess, then there is birth of a new life. That's what's going on the exterior. Bringing it back to the 8-8 portal, I did do a video last week, a meditation video that's kind of walking you through what I was actually guided to walk people through, the information that was coming in for me and to share. I have found that I have used that on a daily basis since recording it. It's a profound, and I'm not saying that to blow my own trumpet, although it is a very good meditation. It's profound in the aspect of where your guides, the energies that resonate and are correct for you and are part of your soul knowing, soul lineage, will take you. Those doors it will open. And it's important, or I believe it's important, the message I've been given is telling me it's important for us to do that before the 8-8 portal arrives, before it opens. And it opens on the 26th of July. It's fully open on the 8th of August, hence the 8-8 portal name. I think what's really good to note here is we've also got a full moon on the 9th. So we're adding to those energies. Plus, if you listen to the video, I explain a little bit about the planetary alignments that have gone on and are going on within that. So it all fits in together. Most years, I'm able to kind of tap into the energies and go, right, okay, this is the vision I've been given. This is how I'm interpreting it. If you get a different interpretation, go with that. We always have to go with what's right for us. but this is the interpretation that I have been shown. This is what I believe its meaning to be. And these are the steps that are recommended to take to actually take full advantage of that energy. This year has been a little bit different. As I said, I put that guided meditation out last week, and back in April, May, I put out another one that honed in on the 9/9 portal energies, that was interesting for me because I've never done that. That's not been a portal that I've connected, resonated with in a very big way, but that information came through. So I would recommend that you watch that as well. What's come through with this one is the need to connect to our soul knowing, understand ourselves as a soul being before the portal opens. Because what I'm getting is the information, light codes, activations can only be carried out when you know who you are and you're comfortable with who you are as a soul being. And it makes sense because if we're moving into a new era, which we can all see playing out at the moment, because if we look at the external world, there is what I call karma carnage, and there is a video for that on Thursday that's coming out about the karma and what that all means and why the world looks in such a mess. But we are changing, we are rebirthing, and if you consider what birth looks like physically, there's pain, there's worry, there's anticipation, there's a level of messiness to birth. And then when it happens, you have this beautiful creation in front of you. And that's what the world's going through. That's what humanity is going through. So you can imagine the messiness of it as it's being birthed. I believe that the information coming in has changed because I sat with it and I was thinking for a while, this feels really different. This doesn't feel as it normally does. It doesn't seem to have the same potency, and this is something that we're all going to have to kind of take on board as well, because the energies are shifting as we shift, as we become more accustomed to attuning, and as we align more fully with our North Node and become our soul sovereign selves and become accustomed to being that, it won't feel so harsh. There is a level of mellow in that, and to begin with, we will check ourselves. Am I still connecting? Have I upset the ancestors? I know that was one of my things. I actually meditated on that. I was like, oh crikey, have I upset you in any way? It's, my own insecurities at that moment kind of jumped in, and it was beautiful because it allowed me to see that insecurity still exists there. And this is a lot of what that meditation is going to do. It's going to bring in soul knowing, and some of that soul knowing is going to make you feel uncomfortable. And in that uncomfortability, that's where you need to take the time to unpack. And that's why I believe that I was given that meditation earlier, so it could get out there and people could start using it, and they could start preparing themselves, preparing their vessel, their mind, for the activations that are coming in, so that when they have come in, when they have been integrated, and for some that will take weeks, for some that will take months, that integration time is never linear, and so we are all in a different place in space, and so those integrations will look different and take a different level of integration for each of us. But once they have been integrated, that's when we start creating the new world. And that's why it's been so important that for the last, 5 years that I can remember, the 8-8 portal has been taking us. It's been like a roadmap. It's like, now this is the destination. Now this is the destination. Now this is the destination. And it's been stepping us closer and closer and closer to this time. It's been preparing us, if we've been doing the work that we were guided to do on each of those portals, to where we are now. If you know you have fears, if you know that you've hung on to resentments and regrets, if you know that you still struggle to be mindful, positive, uplifting in a certain area because of this life or past life wounding, then I implore every single one of you to start healing that. Heal it for yourselves. Free yourselves from those burdens. If you think about it, any pain that was inflicted upon us, we can sit there and play the blame game. We can sit there and feel completely disgruntled and dishonoured and betrayed and whatever else that circumstance brought up for you, instilled in you, had you feeling. But the only person, once that incident has come and gone, is ourselves. It's hurting ourselves. We are doing it to ourselves. Was that incident, was that person unjust, unfair, unkind? Probably, yeah. But do you allow the wound that they inflicted at that moment to continuously be inflicted? Are you going to do that to yourselves, or do you deserve better? And this is one that people struggle with a lot, is that forgiveness. And it's not about forgiving others, although that it goes hand in hand. But the focus is about forgiving yourself, loving yourself, forgiving yourself for allowing that situation to happen, forgiving yourself for being, being so trusting and applying love to that. Many people get hurt because they trust, and trust is one of the most beautiful assets that we have. So do we close ourselves down and close a part of our hearts off, remembering that the heart is where creation takes place? Beautiful creation. If we keep closing our hearts, what are we going to be creating? We're going to be creating more negativity in the world. So there is massive importance there to actually get ourselves in a space and a place where we can just let go and forgive. Doesn't mean that we condone, doesn't mean that we allow those people back in our lives, doesn't mean that we want to have anything to do with them. We just let it go. We release it and the energies of it from our vessels so that we can be clean and clear and pure. We can hold the vibrations of trust, of love, of inclusion, of honesty in our hearts, so that our hearts can be fully expanded in that moment of where we are, so that we can create from the best of who we are. It's not about perfection. Our whole lives is a learning journey of changing, evolving, growing, expanding. So we're never going to be the best of who we possibly ever can be, because we're already that now in this moment. But we can take steps to release some of the denser energies that inadvertently create density on the planet. When we step through this portal, we want to be able to step through with a lightness. And I'm reminded then of the weighing of the scales, and as light as a feather. And a lot of that is going on, and that takes us back to that karma carnage that is currently playing out in the world at the moment, because that stepping through is only going to be permitted by those whose hearts is light as a feather. We don't want to repeat old cycles. We're starting anew. And it's down to each and every one of us to consider what that looks like for us. And instead of going, oh, I want to step through the portal, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're not ready, just step back and go, okay, I'll catch the next one. And I'll catch the next one. It's not a race. It's about deep honesty, deep understanding. Where are you at? And what do you need to do? It's that deep accountability and responsibility for yourselves, for your family, for your community, and for future generations on this planet, because we do need change. If we're going to continue well into the future, we need to make some monumental changes within our psyches, within our beliefs, within the way we live our lives, and the way that we have, unfortunately, up until now, been desecrating the planet and ourselves and each other. It's about taking ownership and understanding ourselves deeply, understanding where we're going, putting that in place, not judging each other, holding each other with loving space. But in that not judging, not jumping in either to save people. We're not here to save people. We're here to hold space, give loving energy, support, so that they can undertake and work through the lessons, the blessings of the physical life journey, so that their soul can evolve, their lineage can be freed. Their future lineages can have a different experience. So there's beautiful energies coming in, but there's a massive responsibility with it. So take the time, journey, call back some of those fragmented soul pieces of yourself. Release what needs to be released. Forgive what needs to be forgiven. And love wholeheartedly. If you've liked the video, then hit that like button. If you haven't yet subscribed and you've got to the end of the video, then you obviously like what I have to say. So please press that subscribe button. Until next time, beautiful souls, take care.